Everybody. Hi, I'm that punk Trekkie that your parents warned you about, and today we're going to be discussing 20 things you may or may not have known about Deforest Kelley. Just to clarify some things, he was born Jackson Deforest Kelley, and he commonly went by D. Kelley. So, without further ado, here's 20 things you may or may not have known about Jackson Deforest Kelley. First and foremost, he was named after Lee DeForest, who was an inventor in radio. And I find that awfully ironic because not only was Deforest Kelley an actor, but he was also a singer, which leads me to number 2. Yes, Deforest Kelley was a singer. And I cannot wait to do a reaction video for you guys about Jackson Deforest Kelley singing. Alright, and number 3. He was often typecast for 9 years as villains. So, yeah, I can't see it. I can't see the grumpy, lovable Dr. McCoy being a villain, but in the terms of his early acting career, he was typecasted for 9 years. Number 4. His first major role was in a 1947 film entitled Fear in the Night. Number 5. He actually refused Gene Roddenberry's offer to play Spock. Yes, I said that correctly. Spock. And actually got to play both Dr. McCoy and Spock in Search for Spock, which, of course, is the third movie in the Star Trek movie franchise that started off with Star Trek the Motion Picture. Number 6, out of the original Star Trek cast, he was the only actor not to have either penned or published an autobiography. In the early 2000s, a man by the name of Terry Lee Roux actually wrote a biography for D. Kelley entitled From Sawdust to Stardust. Number 7, out of all of the episodes in the original series, the empath happened to be Deforest Kelley's favorite. Number 8, he jokingly said in an interview that his greatest fear was to have etched in his gravestone the saying, "He's dead, Jim." Number 9, going back to my childhood, he actually voiced Viking 1 in the Brave Little Toaster series. Intriguing, right? Number 10, he was a poet and actually wrote 2 different books of a trilogy. He died before the last one could have been completed. It was The Big Bird's Dream and The Dream Goes On. Number 11, he was nominated for 3 different awards and won 2. In fact, one of them is a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which many of the Star Trek actors did achieve. Number 2, he won a Golden Boot it was an in memoriam award that he has received right before he passed away in honor of how much work he did on westerns. And number 3, he about won a Razzie for the worst supporting actor for, yes, the ill-fated Star Trek V movie. I blame Shatner. Number 12, he both made his first and last appearances with Miss Nichelle Nichols. Number 13, the Star Trek Enterprise character Admiral Maxwell Forrest was named after Deforest Kelley. Number 14, out of the main 4 male actors in Star Trek the original series, Jimmy Doohan, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and Deforest Kelley, he was the only one not to have participated or have acted in The Outer Limits, The Twilight Zone, or The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Number 15, the 22-episode run of Star Trek the Animated Series was one that Deforest Kelley disliked. In fact, he hated it due to the fact that they did not have either Leonard Nimoy or William Shatner in the studio while he ran his lines. So he had no one to work off of while acting. Number 16, it may be very, very obvious, but he actually preferred working on westerns than in sci-fi. And seeing as his main background before Star Trek was in westerns, I can definitely see why he had this preference for it. Number 17, the phrase "He's dead, Jim" was added to StarCraft Brood Wars in Shatneroids, yes, a parody of asteroids in honor of Deforest Kelley. Number 18. I'm a doctor, not an blank, has been said in almost every incarnation of Star Trek to date, in honor of, yes, that very famous line by Deforest Kelley. Number 19. I find this to be shocking, but he was oftenly misbilled as Kelley DeForest. So, I don't know who did that, but I'm pretty sure his name has been plastered on TV screens across the nation. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm not. Never mind. Number 20, before his death, he was the oldest cast member. And here's a fun fact that you may not have known. I didn't know. I'm not that big into talking about your signs and everything else, but Deforest Kelley was a Capricorn. So there you have it. That's 20 things you may or may not have known about Jackson Deforest Kelley. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you would like to beam me up into your subscribe list, boldly hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. Leave any comments, concerns, or questions down in the comment section below, and don't forget, go ahead and hit the description and please donate. Of course, this is a very important thing on this channel. I didn't get to say anything, but the amazing win for the Dakota Pipeline is just huge and wonderful. But if there are still protesters out there, we do need more assistance. Please donate to the No DAPL down below. Also, please, and as always, donate to the Elton John AIDS Foundation. It is making leaps and bounds towards getting rid of this awful virus that has plagued this world for way too long. Also, please donate to the Joey Ramone Rock and Roll for a Cure. It is another amazing, amazing foundation meant to bring a cure to any sort of cancer, specifically lymphoma cancer that Joey Ramone died with. So please, please donate down below. And again, any questions or comments, please leave it down in the comment section below. Alrighty, I'm that punk Trekkie. Live long and punk rock.